In the vibrant chaos of Lagos, where the sun kisses the rooftops like a lover's promise and the air hums with the rhythm of 1,000 ambitions, a secret love story began to weave its threads through the crowded streets. It wasn't in the glittering skyscrapers of Victoria Island or the opulent mansions of Ikoyi, but in the humble corners of a bustling market where fate plays its clever games. Picture this: the scent of fresh akara frying in hot oil, the calls of traders haggling over bolts of colorful Ankara fabric, and amidst it all, a woman whose life was a storm of wealth and heartache. Her name was Amara Okeke, a name that rolled off the tongue like a gentle breeze. Amara was no ordinary woman. At 35, she was a billionaire in her own right, having built an empire from nothing but sheer grit and a sharp mind for business. Her company, Okeke Imports, dealt in everything from luxury fabrics to high end electronics, shipping goods across Africa and beyond. But behind the designer suits and the chauffeured Mercedes, Amara carried a heavy burden. She was a single mother to little Kamsi, a bright eyed 6-year-old boy with a laugh that could melt the hardest heart. Kamsi's father had vanished years ago, leaving Amara to raise him alone amid the whispers of society that judged a powerful woman without a man by her side. Amara's days were a whirlwind of board meetings and late night calls, but her nights were lonely echoes in her sprawling Lekki home. She longed for something real, something beyond the superficial flattery of suitors who eyed her fortune more than her soul. And then, one fateful afternoon, as she wandered the Tejosho market in search of inspiration for her next fabric line, her eyes fell upon him, Chuka Nwosu, the shoemaker. Chuka was a quiet craftsman, his hands calloused from years of stitching leather and hammering soles. His small shop was tucked away in a corner of the market, piled high with shoes that gleamed like treasures. From a forgotten era, he wasn't rich, far from it. Chuka lived simply in a modest apartment in Surulere, supporting his aging mother and dreaming of one day expanding his craft into a brand of his own. But what he lacked in wealth, he made up for in kindness. A warm smile for every customer, a patient ear for their stories. Amara paused at his stall, drawn by a pair of elegant sandals that seemed to whisper of elegance and comfort. "These are beautiful," she said, her voice soft amid the market din. Chuka looked up, his eyes meeting hers, and in that moment something sparked. Not fireworks, but a quiet flame, the kind that builds slowly into a roaring fire. They talked for hours that day about leather from the north, about the art of making something last. Amara found herself laughing, truly laughing, for the first time in months. Chuka listened without judgment, his words simple yet profound. As the sun dipped low, she bought his sandals and left, but her thoughts lingered on the shoemaker with the gentle hands. Little did she know, this encounter was the beginning of a tale that would twist hearts and challenge destinies. But oh, dear reader, or should I say, dear viewer, if you're hooked already, stick around because what comes next will pull you deeper into this emotional roller coaster. Where are you watching from today? Drop a comment below. Lagos, Abuja, London, or somewhere across the ocean. Let's make this journey together. As days turned to weeks, Amara found excuses to return to the market. A pair of boots for Kamsi, loafers for a business associate. Each visit stretched longer, their conversations delving into dreams and pains. Chuka shared stories of his late father, a fisherman who taught him the value of hard work. Amara opened up about her rise from a small trader in Oshodi to a titan of industry and the toll it took on her heart. One evening, as rain pattered on the market's tin roofs like nature's applause, Amara confessed, "Chuka, in all my wealth, I've never felt as seen as I do with you." He smiled, his eyes twinkling. "Amara, money buys comfort, but connection, that's priceless." Their bond grew, but society loomed like a shadow. Whispers followed Amara. A billionaire with a shoemaker, what is she thinking? Yet she ignored them. her heart leading the way. Kamsi adored Chuka, calling him Uncle Shu and begging for stories of magical cobblers who fix broken dreams. But love in Lagos is never simple. Amara's ex, Victor, a slick businessman who'd abandoned them, reappeared, sniffing around her success. He tried to worm his way back, offering empty promises. Amara rebuffed him, but the encounter stirred doubts. Was she ready to beg for love from a man like Chuka who had so little to offer materially? The tension built like a gathering storm. One night, under the neon lights of a Lagos bridge, Amara made her move. Chuka, she said, her voice trembling, please marry me. The words hung in the air, shocking even her. But what Chuka asked in return, that, my friends, is where the real drama begins. Don't go anywhere. This tale is just warming up. As the city lights flickered like distant stars, Chuka stood there, stunned by Amara's plea. Marry you? He echoed, his voice barely above the hum of passing Okadas. Amara nodded, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. I've built walls around my heart, Chuka, but you make me want to tear them down. For me, for Kamsi, we need you. Chuka's mind raced. He cared for Amara deeply, her strength inspiring him, her vulnerability touching his soul. But marriage to a billionaire? He thought of his simple life, his mother's warnings about climbing social ladders that could crumble. Amara, this is sudden. Let me think, he said gently. Days passed in a blur. Amara threw herself into work, importing a new line of Italian leathers that reminded her of Chuka's craft. But her heart ached. She confided in her best friend Enena over jollof rice at a cozy spot in Yaba. Nena, what if he says no? I've begged him. Me, Amara Okeke, are begging a man. Nena, ever the wise one, sipped her zobo drink. Love makes fools of us all, my sister, but remember, a river doesn't rush to the sea without bending. Meanwhile, Chuka wrestled with his thoughts in his workshop, hammering soles as if to pound out his confusion. His friend Obi, a fellow trader, noticed. Chuka, you're distant. What's eating you? Chuka shared the story and Obi whistled. A billionaire begging you? Brother, that's a Nollywood script. But what do you want? Chuka wanted Amara, but he had his pride. He dreamed of proving himself, not riding on her coattails. That night, he visited his mother, Mama Ngozi, in their small home. Mama, what if love comes wrapped in gold? He asked. Mama Ngozi, with her wrinkled hands folding laundry, smiled knowingly. Gold can blind, my son, but true love lights the way. Ask for what your heart needs, not what the world expects. Inspired, Chuka decided. He met Amara at a quiet park in Ikeja, where palm trees swayed like dancers. Amara, I will marry you, he said, but on one condition. Her heart soared, then paused. What is it? What he asked shocked her to her core, but we'll get to that. First, let's dive deeper into the emotions swirling like the Lagos traffic. Amara's past haunted her. Raised in a modest family in Enugu, she moved to Lagos as a teen, hustling in markets until she struck gold with her first import deal. But success came at a price: betrayals, lonely nights, and Victor's abandonment when Kamsi was born. I won't let history repeat, she vowed. Chuka too had scars. His father's death left him the family provider at 20, foregoing university for his craft. He poured love into his shoes, each pair a testament to resilience. Their worlds collided beautifully, yet painfully. Kamsi, sensing the tension, drew pictures of Uncle Shu with a crown, saying, Mama, he makes happy feet. As the proposal hung in the balance, Victor plotted. He spread rumors in business circles. Amara's losing her edge, chasing a commoner. Amara fought back, securing a massive deal that solidified her empire, but her heart yearned for Chuka's answer. The drama escalated when Chuka's workshop caught fire, arson, suspected from jealous rivals. Amara rushed to his side, offering help. Let me rebuild it bigger, she said. Chuka hesitated. That's kind, but I must stand on my own. Their eyes locked, emotions raw. This was love tested by fire, literally. Hang on, viewers, because the shock is coming. If these stories got you emotional, hit that like button and share with a friend. Where in the world are you tuning in from? Let me know in the comments, maybe from the vibrant streets of Accra or the busy avenues of New York. Smoke still lingered in the air around Chuka's ruined workshop, a charred skeleton of dreams. Chuka sifted through the ashes, salvaging what he could: a half burnt last, a roll of singed leather. His heart heavy, he wondered if this was a sign from the ancestors to rethink everything. Amara arrived in her sleek SUV, Kamsi in tow. The boy ran to Chuka, hugging his legs. Uncle, don't be sad. Mama says we can fix it. Amara's eyes were fierce. Chuka, this isn't just your fight. Let me help. Reluctantly, he agreed to temporary aid, but pride burned hotter than the flames. They spent days cleaning, bonding over shared labor. Amara, in jeans and a t-shirt, scrubbed alongside him, her laughter echoing. Who knew a billionaire could wield a broom like this? In those moments, love blossomed anew. Chuka taught her to stitch a simple soul, his hands guiding hers. See, it's about patience, not power. Amara blushed, feeling vulnerable yet alive. But Victor lurked. He confronted Amara at her office, smirking. Marrying a pauper, you'll regret this. She stood tall. My regrets are my own, Victor. Leave. The city buzzed with gossip. Newspapers hinted at Lagos mogul's humble romance. Amara ignored it, focusing on Chuka. One evening, as they watched the sunset from her balcony, Kamsi asleep nearby, she pressed. Your condition, what is it? Chuka took a deep breath. Amara, I love you, but I asked that for 1 year. We live as equals, no wealth dividing us. You'll step away from your empire, live in my world, and see if love survives without the glitter. She gasped. Shock rippled through her. Give up control, her business, for him? The proposal was a bombshell, testing her devotion. Tears flowed. Chuka, that's everything I've built. He held her. True love asks for sacrifice, not submission. The emotional weight crushed her. Could she do it? The city held its breath as Amara pondered, her heart in turmoil. This tale's getting intense, isn't it? Stay tuned for more twists that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Amara's world spun. Chuka's request wasn't for money or status, it was for authenticity, a shock that pierced her soul. A year without my empire, she whispered, the idea both terrifying and exhilarating. After sleepless nights, she agreed. For us, I'll try. They sealed it with a kiss under the stars, but the journey ahead was fraught. Amara handed daily operations to her trusted deputy, Ife Anye, retaining oversight but stepping back. She moved into Chuka's modest Surulere apartment, Kamsi excited by the adventure. The contrast hit hard. No maids, no luxury. She cooked egusi soup on a small stove, laughing at her burnt attempts. Chuka supported her, teaching market haggling. Bargain like your life depends on it, he said. Amara thrived, discovering joy in simplicity. But challenges arose. Business rivals pounced on her, absence poaching clients. Amara itched to intervene but honored the deal. Emotionally, she broke down one night. Chuka, I'm losing pieces of myself, he comforted her. You're gaining us. Their love deepened, intimate moments filled with passion and understanding. Kamsi flourished, playing with neighborhood kids, far from gated estates. Victor, furious, sabotaged the deal, causing financial ripples. Amara confronted him dramatically in a rain-soaked street. You can't break what's real, she shouted. The year unfolded with highs and lows, festivals celebrated together, quiet evenings sharing stories. Amara designed shoes with Chuka, blending her vision with his craft. Midway, doubt crept in. A major crisis at Okiki Imports tempted her to break the vow. Tears streamed as she resisted, choosing love. Oh, what an emotional ride! If you're loving this story as much as I am telling it, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss the next parts. And while you're at it, comment below. What's the biggest sacrifice you've made for love? Let's build a community here. As the months ticked by, Amara transformed. She found balance, her heart lighter. But would it last? The shock of Chuka's request paled compared to what fate had in store. 6 months into the year, cracks appeared. Amara's company teetered on a bad deal, whispers of bankruptcy circulating. She paced the small apartment, phone in hand. Chuka, I have to fix this. He shook his head. Our agreement, Amara. Trust the process. Tensions rose. Arguments flared about money, pride, futures. Kamsi hid under blankets, scared. Don't fight, he begged. Reconciliation came in tender moments. Chuka surprised her with handmade shoes, engraved my equal. Amara melted, their love reigniting like a phoenix. But external forces conspired. Mama Ngozi fell ill, hospital bills mounting. Amara wanted to pay, but Chuka insisted on handling it. This is my family, he said. She respected it, helping in other ways, cooking for Mama, sharing stories. The old woman warmed to her. You're good for my son, she admitted. A dramatic twist. Victor kidnapped Kamsi briefly to force Amara back. Panic ensued, police involved. Chuka's calm resolve shone as they rescued the boy. We're stronger together, he said. Emotion peaked in a hospital vigil for Mama, where Amara and Chuka confessed deepest fears. I was afraid of being swallowed by your world, he admitted. I was afraid of losing mine, she replied. Healing began, but the year's end loomed. Would love endure? Keep watching, folks. This story's emotions are just peaking. Where are you from? Share in the comments. As the year neared its end, betrayal struck. Ifeanyi, Amara's deputy, embezzled funds, fleeing with millions. Amara discovered it during a rare check-in, her world crumbling. Chuka, everything's gone, she cried. He held her, but doubt flickered. Was this the end? They rallied. Chuka sold assets. Amara used wits to trace Ifeanyi. A chase through Lagos underbelly, dramatic pursuits in crowded buses, tense standoffs in hidden alleys. They caught him at the airport, justice served. But the damage, irreparable losses. In the aftermath, Amara questioned the sacrifice. Was it worth it? Chuka's eyes pleaded. Look at us, we're unbreakable. Kamsi, wiser now, said, family is the real wealth. Emotional scenes unfolded. Amara rebuilding bit by bit. Chuka's business booming from their joint designs. Love triumphed, but scars remained. The shock? It forged them stronger. With the betrayal behind them, hope dawned. Amara's company recovered slowly. Her step back revealing inefficiencies she fixed cleverly. Chuka's shoes gained fame. A celebrity spotted a pair. Orders flooded. Your influence without the wealth, he teased Amara. They planned a simple wedding, but drama lurked. Victor, jailed, sent threats. Amara faced him one last time. You've lost, she said firmly. Emotional highs. Kamsi's birthday party, where Chuka proposed properly on one knee. Marry me, for real this time. Tears of joy flowed. The city celebrated their unlikely love. But a health scare for Kamsi tested them anew. Malaria struck. Nights at the hospital, prayers whispered. Don't leave us, Amara begged. Recovery brought relief, deepening bonds, infusing folk elements. They visited Amara's village in Enugu for blessings. Elders shared proverbs. A tree doesn't grow without roots. Chuka learned Igbo customs. Amara embraced his Yoruba heritage. Cultural clashes added humor, dance lessons gone wrong, spicy food challenges, emotional depth, stories of ancestors, lost loves. Our tale is like theirs, Mama Ngozi said. Back in Lagos, business thrived. They launched Amara Chuka footwear, blending luxury and craft, but jealousy from old friends brewed. Trouble. A sabotage attempt at a launch event, poisoned drinks, Drama unfolded, culprits exposed, love prevailed, entertaining twists keeping them vigilant. A literal storm hit Lagos, flooding streets. Their apartment damaged, they sheltered in Amara's old home, testing the equality vow. Chuka adapted but felt out of place. This isn't me, Amara reassured. Home is us. Rebuilding brought closeness. Kamsi started school, proud of his super parents. Emotional arc. Amara's pregnancy announcement. Joy mixed with fear. Another chance, she whispered. Chuka's request now seemed wise. It built trust. As the year ended, they reflected. Amara, I thought your ask would break me. It saved us. Wedding plans escalated, a blend of modern and traditional in a Lagos hall. Victor's final plea from prison, forgiveness. Amara granted it, closing chapters. Entertainment peaked with surprise guests, dances, tears. Married, they balanced worlds. Amara back. At helm, Chuka her partner. Baby girl arrived, and Neoma, meaning good mother. Family life, picnics, market visits, teaching kids craft. Dramatic moment, a rival company's takeover bid. United, they thwarted it. Years passed. Empire grew, but family first. Kamsi apprenticed with Chuka. Neoma, a budding entrepreneur. Your shock request was the best gift, Amara said. Folk morale. True love demands equality, not riches. In twilight years, they sat watching sunsets, hands entwined. Please marry me again, Amara joked. Chuka smiled. Always. Their story inspired generations, a folk tale of modern Lagos, where a billionaire begged a shoemaker and his ask shocked but healed. What a journey. If this moved you, subscribe for more tales. Where are you watching from? Comment now.